When the mercury soars beyond 120 degrees, the metal of man burns through. As record heat melts contenders, the grit of some shines for all to see. Who has what it takes to overcome the elements and top-level competition? Killian, Carroll, Daniel Cordova, David Fink, and Shorty Ruiz lead an all-star-studded group in search of glory. Now we find out on WPHLive.tv with Patron as legends of the game compete for cash and the right to claim the King of the Desert. Icebreaker 11 from Clark Park in Tucson, Arizona starts right now. We do welcome you back to the courts. The complex is in full swing right now as Clark Park has the top handball players from around the world. My name is Dave Vincent on a gorgeous Saturday morning with WPHLive.tv. It started with 12 players, a round of 16, and has whittled down to the semifinals. This is the number 1 seed versus the number 4 seed. Warming up now is Killian Carroll and his counterpart, David Fink. Now Killian comes in from Boston, Massachusetts via Ireland. Dave Fink lives right here in Tucson, Arizona from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. As you look at the brackets here, Carroll got that number 1 seed, followed by Shorty Ruiz in the bottom bracket. Abraham Montijo was the number 3, and then now Dave Fink, who is featured here today, the number 4 seed. Fink got past Leo Canales in his quarterfinal match. Meanwhile, Killian Carroll had a battle with Emmett Peixoto in the upper bracket quarterfinal. Both of these players now facing each other here. Both players are former Icebreaker winners. As we have the announcement now from our referee.
On the show quote, we got serving first out of Tucson, Arizona. We got David Fink. Returning of serve out of Boston, Massachusetts, Killian Carroll.
And you heard the announcement there from our referee. Dave Fink will be serving first.
0 serve 0.
Best 2 out of 3 to 15. You have to win by 2. Breaker also to 15. And a very quick first ace serve.
1 serve 0.
You can track the aces in the upper right-hand corner of this video player.
Second serve.
If you look at the top of your screen, Dave Fink has 1. These players have not matched up on the show court yet until this moment. Oh, wow.
Side out.
Incredible shot right there from Killian Carroll down that left wall.
0 serves
A little
1.
modified Irish whip. Killian has incredible power. He just blew that ball past Dave Fink on that 2-wall skinny pass, or the skinny V, as it's called. Killian, like he has been doing since his right shoulder issue, serving with his left hand to start these matches. And a nice little underhand paddle kill from Carroll.
2 serves 1. Out. Side out.
Dave Fink has been really working on his
1 serve
serves.
2.
His outdoor serve is incredible. And there's an ace right there. The deuces are wild on the
Second
scoreboard.
serve.
No, that was good.
Oh, sorry.
We're calling the shorts.
Okay, sorry. 2 serves 2. Side out.
And just like that, having the referee interrupt the players like that can get into their heads fairly easy. Break the rhythm. Dave should put this away. And he does. Side out.
What's the score? 2-2, right? All right, 2 serves 3. 2 serves 2.
Here's a big setup for Carroll. Goes wide to that corner, gets the side out.
2 serves 2.
Carroll with a great use of that roof right there. And now has a little chuckle on his face after
3 serves 2.
a mini meltdown from Fink. Just like clockwork, Killian with that first strike gets that 4th point.
4 serves 2.
Killian is so dangerous up front. Watch this first strike from him. A really good serve keeps Dave Fink back, and then he lets the ball drop just enough to
5
see where
serves
Fink
2.
is going to be located, then he hits it to the opposite side. But this is where Dave Fink is really good, and Killian dives in and gets that ball, keeps it alive, and ends up getting that point. Incredible play right there from Killian. Watch how he flips this ball up. Dave should put this away. Goes wide. Killian dives in to get it. That's just a huge error from Fink as Killian cuts that ball and keeps it up front and gets another point.
6 serves 2.
That's an unforced error. That
7
doesn't go up
serves 2.
as an ace on our little scoreboard in the right corner. Nice return from Fink. Now has the opening down that left wall. Killian back up there again. He's incredibly fast. Gets a round of applause from the crowd. Fink even shaking his head. Killian
You call timeout? Timeout, Killian Carroll.
calling a timeout here. Look at this beautiful shot. It's in the perfect spot, but Killian is just so darn quick. And even Fink nods his head as if to say, yeah, good shot. And there it is. Killian calling that timeout. Killian now with his 9th point.
9 serves 2.
He's learning this game on the fly. Another great shot from Killian Carroll. Watch where Killian places this. He's slightly on the run, flips it as a 2-wall pass, but then it cracks out. Any
10
higher
serves 2.
than that, then Fink is going to get his hand on it. And he hit that ball just a little too hard. Side out. Fink in at 2-10. We're at icebreaker number
2 serves
11.
10.
We've had 11 of these things since September of 2020. Unbelievable. Killian's playing out of his mind in game number 1 here.
10 serves
I guess
2.
you could say as expected, but I didn't expect it to be this dominant. As he dips one into the right corner, side out. Fink serving now.
Two serves 10.
A
Straight out.
Beautiful shot from Killian Carroll, pushing Dave over that right side. Here is Killian, living in Boston, Massachusetts. He's listed at 5'7". His home court is the New York Athletic Club. His highest ever WPH Pro ranking, as you see, is number 1. That is on the indoor and outdoor Icebreaker series that we have. His favorite athlete is Roger Federer. Speed, serve, conditioning, relentlessness, tenaciousness, and a variety of other things that he does well on this handball court. Those things are on display here this weekend in Tucson, Arizona. His biggest win, the 2018 World Championships. Killian Carroll, our number 1 seed, and the front runner to make it to the finals at this point of game number 1.
10 serves 2.
We come back here after the timeout. 10-2 is the score, going to 15, win by 2. Both of these players have the ability to make long runs. Even when they're down big, I would fully expect Fink to make a comeback. And vice versa from Killian Carroll, if he were in this position.
Serves 2.
Ooh, that's close. Fink said in, Killian said out, and it looks like it's in. Right on the line. Killian said out. Oh, definitely in.
2 serves 12.
I'm surprised by that. And there's an ace serve from Dave Fink. 3-12. Crowd puts their hands together for that great serve. And there's another one. 4 aces from Fink. He's only served 5 times. 4 of them have been aces. I'm telling you, he's got an incredible serve. Just getting Killy out of that server's box. Would have had his 5th ace. Killy dives back and gets it. First strike from Dave Fink down the left wall. And let's look at that instant replay. Amazing get from Killian. That was more of a orchestrated flop up there. Dave Fink just slides that ball right down that left wall. Goes over the top, keeps it down.
12.
Great shot. Once again, Dave Fink getting another point, making a mini run here.
6 serves 12.
That's a short ball.
Second serve.
Seems like something that Killian has really worked on is that underhand paddle re-kill. And a timeout being called from Dave Fink. This is game number 1, 12-6. Killian Carroll is leading the match, but Dave Fink is winning the Ace Award so far with all of his aces. He resides here in Tucson, Arizona. He's had a number 1 ranking on the tour. Roger Federer, Pete Sampras, his favorite athletes. Just like Killian Carroll, he admires Roger Federer as so many other athletes do. Clark Park, Tucson, Arizona is his home court. His serve, his fly kill, his first strike, his conditioning, his court coverage, and his methodical game plan going in is some of his strong points. He has this rare ability to come back from large deficits. And that ball was long, as called on the court by the players. Fink has 4 points, or excuse me, 6 points, but 4 aces. And that's sort of his signature shot, that left corner kill, 7-12 now.
7 serves 12.
Another great serve. Killy didn't fully commit to that hop into the wall. Just trying to protect the ball that slides out, and Killy dives in again. This time doesn't get it. Look at that serve. Dave Fink takes that first strike, just as we read on his bio about his strong points, his strengths. This is one of them, that fly kill. That first strike.
Second serve.
And a double fault. Fink making a nice comeback and then a double fault. So circle that on the scoreboard if you're
12 serves 9.
Keeping track at home. I thought that was short.
Second serve.
It was called short, second serve. And a double fault by both players back to back. Don't see that too often.
9 serves 12.
Boy, and another great serve from Dave Fink.
10 serves 12.
Ten to 12 is the score. Once down
12 serves 10.
2 to 10, Dave Fink has now gotten within 2 points. And that's 3 straight faults from Killian, almost number 4, but he gets an ace now. 13 to 10 is the score here as Fink is talking to himself.
13 serves 10.
It was a perfect ceiling shot from Fink, who angled Killian off the
10
court.
Serves 13.
10 to 13.
Don't miss that. Don't miss that.
Yeah, that's a tough one to miss. I mean, you know Killian's going to pound it right
10.
back at you with some power. Now, game point here for Killian Carroll. Dave Fink was rolling there for a bit. Killian even gave him some opportunities with some poor serving.
14 serves 10.
But now Killian 1 point away from taking game number 1. And there it is. Game number 1 does go to Killian Carroll after that hand air there from Dave Fink going up to the roof. Doesn't get it to the front wall. First game going to Killian Carroll, 15 to 10. Here in the semifinals, game number 1, the winner will face Daniel Cordova or Shorty Ruiz. We'll have that semifinal coming up next here at WPHLive.tv at Icebreaker number 11 in Tucson, Arizona. Thank you for tuning in. WPH Live bringing you these outdoor Icebreaker series. You see Killian Carroll making his glove changes here in the crowd. Some of the top guys, Abraham Montijo, Sean Linning, Daniel Cordova there watching courtside. And we're back for game number 2. So far winning the Ace Award. Dave Fink up 6 to 1, but Killian Carroll took game number 1, 15 to 10.
0.
Now we kick off game number 2. Killian just trying to wear down Fink, pushing him back, trying to hit those corner kills up front. And Fink doing his best to get Killian out of the front court, where he's just so good with those underhand paddles. Killian up 2 to 0 here.
2 serves 0.
However, he hasn't located that first serve
Second.
today. Smart shot from Fink.
0 serves 2.
Another ace from Dave Fink as Killian dives in to get that back, and that one hurts. That's down near the hip flexor. All of Killian's weight goes down on that right hip of his.
One serves two.
I'm sure we'll see a rash eventually. Long serve. Second.
Second.
Another first strike. Beautiful shot. Dave Fink, this time going to the right corner.
Two serves two.
Back to the roof. There he goes. That was just an incredible shot right there. I mean, really elite. Knowing that Killian's going to come in, he's a get artist, and you're able to thread the needle like that. This is another mistake. Oh, no hinder call either. Killian knew that he jab stepped and made an error on that step, or else he probably could have gotten to the ball. Dave waiting for him to take that step too. Took to the left to front court.
Four serves two.
Kill shot. Gets a point now at 4-2. Such an excellent series of shots from Dave Fink up front. Killian closes it out there though, but those defensive shots pushing Killian on the left side was pretty remarkable until it wasn't.
Two serves four.
Ball just in. Fink thought it was long.
That's serve in.
I thought it was in. Three serves four.
I saw it in as well.
No.
Four serves four.
Incredible return of serve from Fink. Killian went for it, missed it. Now we're all together at 4 after that side out.
Four serves four.
Incredible serve. That one, Dave slides out. He's been doing that reverse that has been checking up into that left side wall. This time he slides it with a natural.
Five serves four.
Best of all, Fink gets another notch up there on the scoreboard, but also one on the Aces scoreboard, upper right corner. That was a pretty good adjustment there from Dave Fink. The Aces are a collective amount of aces from the whole match, not just this game.
Six serves four.
I think he had 6 in game number 1, so far 2 in game number 2. Fink unable to adjust on that one, side out. Killian
Four serves six.
back serving with power serve with his right hand now. Good first strike from Carroll, now 5-6.
Timeout.
And a timeout called from Dave Fink. Let's look at this replay. Killian goes front to left this time. When we asked Dave Fink what his biggest win was, he said only the next match matters. Dave Fink is 5'11" and weighs, no, I'm not going to give you the weight, but I will tell you that he's 43 years of age. Going to turn 44 here soon. Killian Carroll still in his 20s. Coming back from the timeout, Killian Carroll serving at 5-6.
Five serves six.
We haven't seen an ace serve right-handed yet. From Killian. I love that shot. That's beautiful. Watch his hand here. Does he make a fist? He does. pops that fist into the right corner. That's such a low percentage shot, but not for Killy. It isn't. Incredible. Another underhand paddle shot point for Killian Carroll.
7 serve 6.
Oh my gosh. I don't know if I've ever seen anything like this. Killian's making a highlight reel here today. That was an incredible shot.
8 serve 6.
Oh, this is going to be a tough one. Killian tries to dive back to get it. Either that ball was going to go off the court over that side wall or check up and hit it, and it actually hit it. Killian played the off the court scenario.
6 serves 8.
Tries to dive back in to get it. 6 to 8.
Nice serve.
That's a great serve. Killian says nice serve. And puts another ace up there on the scoreboard for Dave Fink.
7 serves 8.
It's another one, right?
8 serves 8.
Now at 9 to 8 for Dave Fink. About 2 rallies back before that ace serve, Dave was pushing Killian deep, and it seems like it sort of changed the mindset from Dave. And there's another ace. Let's take a quick look here.
Is that good?
Boy, that's close. You hear some talking from the crowd, but 10 to 8, and there is an ace right there. Goodness.
11 serves 8.
This is about the time you'd call a timeout if you're Killian Carroll. Love that shot right there, right to front, kill. First strike from Dave Fink, gets another point.
All right, Killian, let's go.
And he misses that one. Unbelievable. That was a good run from Dave Fink, though.
Eight serves 12.
You let that happen because you stood there.
It was a perfect shot from Killian.
9 serves 12.
There's an ace serve. Look at this beautiful thing.
10 serves 12.
Short ball.
Thank you.
Second serve coming.
Second serve.
Unbelievable. Killian Carroll comes back and gets a couple aces here, and now a timeout's being called on the floor. Earlier today, Killian Carroll warming up. This is how he does it. Killian's simply one of the best athletes we have on the Pro Tour, certainly most fit alongside his counterpart Dave Fink.
Time in. 11 serves 12.
Great camera work from Shea Lowenstein. Want to thank him for his effort, and that's just a laser of a serve from Killian. Beautiful thing, just right over
12 serves 12.
the server's line. Or the short line, I should say. Left-handed, let the ball drop, kill shot. Killian Carroll now up 13 to 12. Now it seems Dave Fink is going to have to make a comeback. Killian's got one of his own going on here. Again. Killian breaks over that, keeps the ball down, gets his 14th and match point at 14-12. Killian was down
14 serves 12.
8-12. That's it.
Again. Second.
Really? Boy, I thought he just
Second
got that
serve.
over the line. My eyes have fooled me. And a double fault from Killian Carroll. It was Killian that called the short on himself. He's shaking his head at himself. That's the second time he's
12 serves 14.
double faulted in this match. It's going to be tough to get back. Killian unable to do it. 13-14 now.
13 serves 14.
Oh, and there's an ace serve. Look at this thing. Right on that deep line. Inside, slides out just a little bit.
14 serves 14.
Dave gives a natural hook there. And now we're going to go into overtime. And now it's game point for Dave Fink. And just
15
like
serves
that,
14.
within 45 seconds, Dave Fink's now serving to take game number 2. Killy dives in. Fink back to the roof. And he doesn't make it back. It's going to go tiebreaker. Unbelievable ending here from Killian Carroll and Dave Fink. Dave was up 14, 12-8, I should say, and then Killian Carroll makes his nice little comeback. 14-12. Dave Fink then goes on and gets 4 straight points to win game number 2 here in the semifinal. Winner's going to face either Daniel Cordova or Shorty Ruiz. The players are now being invited earlier today for the big Ice Bowl, which is the outdoor 3-wall version of the Players' Championship. These players have been invited to play.
Okay, cool. Let's just get a quick picture.
Let you take a quick look here at the players and those helping out with the tournament in Tucson, Arizona, the Icebreaker number 11. Sean Lenning, Leo Canales, Daniel Cordova, John Chapman, Adam
Tiebreaker,
Bernhardt,
Game number 3.
Dave Fink and Killian Carroll, Shorty Ruiz,
0.
Abraham Montijo. And there's a very quick first point here in the tiebreaker as Killian Carroll gets number 1. Going to 15, and you have to win by 2. Killian dips that ball in. Dave Fink back in the server's box here.
0 serves 1.
Fink's had most of his success when he's pushed Killian to that back line. Then he's relied on that
1 serves 0.
corner kill striking ability of his and some amazing serves. Killian Carroll getting another point here in the break.
Two serves 0.
This is a long rally. Really good sequence of events there for Dave Fink, pushing Killian Carroll back, forcing him to hopefully make a mistake. The very first opening, Fink took it to the right corner for a side out, and he goes for that ace serve, gets it, now 1-2.
1 serves 2.
That's a short ball.
Thank you. Second serve.
Fink now serving from the shade.
Come on!
See, both players are at that point where they're exhausted. No timeout being called here.
Two serves, one.
Nice.
One serve, two.
Yeah, that really was a nice serve. Look at this ball just jump away from Killian. Fink leads the Aces board here at 15-4. Tied here in game number 3, 2-2. That Aces tally is for the whole match, not just this game.
Why don't you hit that?
That was not a good leave from Dave Fink.
Take my 10 seconds.
Ready?
I'm taking my 10 seconds.
Don't normally hear a player announce that, but since the referee's calling the score fairly quick,
Two serve, two.
Dave just wanted to make sure there was no confusion. I guess calling your 10 seconds works.
Two serve, two.
That's a pretty good fly kill right there from Fink, breaking over the top now 3-2.
Three serve, two.
As we saw earlier, Fink can score fairly quick, and did he do it again? He does. Another
Four
ace.
serve, two.
But those ace serves that Dave's sending Killy when he's on that deep line, it hasn't made Killy
Five
adjust.
serve, two.
He's still hanging back there, almost as if to give it to him. There's a nice first strike again. Besides the aces, I'd love to see what those first strikes were from Dave Fink. That number must be pretty high as well.
Six serves, two.
Like this. Everything's been going fine without that fist.
Two serve, six.
Great deep serve right there from Killian Carroll. Watch this thing. Dave got Killy on that earlier, and Killy gets him back. 5 aces now for Killy and Carroll here in the match. 16 for Dave Fink.
Three serve, six.
Only thing that really matters, though, is this score, 3-6. Another deep one. That looked like it was probably in, but
Thank you.
both players called it long. Fair enough. It was close.
Second.
And another double fault for Killian Carroll. I think that's his 4th so far in this match. Hasn't been able to really locate that serve today.
Six serves, three.
Now the 7th point for Dave Fink. This is game number 3. We're going to 15, and you have to win by 2.
Seven serves, three.
Killian got game number 1, 15-10. Dave Fink comes back, wins game number 2, 16-14 in overtime. and now leads 7-3 here in the breaker. A nice over-the-top kill shot. First strike from Dave Fink. Killy this time playing in on that serve, but it didn't really matter. Fink just puts it away. 8-3. Second serve coming.
Second.
Again, over the top. No timeout called from Killian. Fink can get into these grooves here on these serves. There's a great one there. Killy plays it about as good as you could. Makes an unforced error. Fish shot with the left hand. That was about the easiest one Fink has served up in this match on that left side. Nice cut off right there from Fink. Gets the 11th point, now up 11-3.
11 serves 3.
Second serve coming.
Second.
Another ace, but Killy dives in and gets it. Doesn't really matter. Little two-wall pass from Dave Fink, now 12-3. That was a good get from Killian. He's really watching that crack serve from Fink now. Playing
12 serves 3.
still on the deep line.
What?
That's one that you want to circle on the scoreboard.
3 serves 12.
This is the position where Killian has made comebacks his whole career, and another short ball from Killian.
Missed that. How did you miss that?
Second.
Point number 4, Killian. Little hand air there from Dave Fink.
4 serves 12.
Beautiful shot. Killian backing up and takes that left-handed, lets the ball drop. Not a lot of players will use their offhand for a shot like that. They'll turn around and try to pin their opponent and then hit it down the right wall. Killian just so comfortable. 5-12 as we approach the 45-minute mark. And another kill shot from Killian Carroll. No timeout called here. Kind of surprised. And there is a timeout. Killian scoring 3 unanswered points, still in the server's box here for game number 3. Finds himself down 3-12, scores 3 points, now 6-12. Oh my goodness. Killian's putting on a highlight reel with this paddle shot up front. Look at that thing. Just a beautiful little floater, about an inch high, left to front. Keeps the ball down, 7-12. Now Killian keeping Dave in the backcourt. Another point now for Killian Carroll and a timeout being called on the floor. This is the point where it gets a little intense. At the handball courts, Clark Park in Tucson, Arizona at the Randolph Outdoor Complex. 8-12, Killian now with 5 unanswered points, all in this inning. Make that 6 straight for Carroll. Fink had that kill shot into the left corner when he was serving at 12-3, and he missed it. And since then, he hasn't served again, and Killian is on a 6-point run. Killian knows that if Dave gets back into that server's box, it could be deadly. So Killian's making sure that he's just running Dave all around the courts here. Now 10 to 12. We're going to 15. 7 straight points for Carroll. And he hasn't been doing it on ace serves and first strike kills. He's been doing it during the rally. And there's another one. Now 11 to 12. And a huge comeback once again here for Killian Carroll.
11 serves 12.
That was a good serve. That was a wrist ball. And a timeout being called here. Fink got his hand on it, but he put too much of his hand on it and hit his wrist. Look at this serve. Really good serve from Killian Carroll.
Sorry, I was just making sure. Sorry.
He's got a lot of score.
He's already 11. 12 serves 12.
Now Killian has 13. And he's climbed the mountain.
13 serves 12.
10 straight points.
No! No! Oh my God, what happened? You didn't think you could, but you did it.
Here it is, match point for Killian Carroll. And there it is. He does it. Killian Carroll takes down David Fink. And he does it with 13 unanswered points. Killian Carroll defeating Dave Fink 15 to 12 here. Scoreboard says 14, but it's 15. I promise you that. As Killian gets the ice bucket. He wins first place of his upper bracket. And now will face Daniel Cordova in a winner-take-all Cuevas tiebreaker tomorrow here at Clark Park. There he is, Killian Carroll, our victor here in the upper bracket final as he defeats Dave Fink 15 to 10, scored 14 in game number 2 to Fink 16 points, and then in the third game, the tiebreaker, 13 unanswered points in 1 inning, and defeats Dave Fink 15 to 12. Killian Carroll will advance to the final to face either Shorty Ruiz or Daniel Cordova. Thanks for tuning in to WPH Outdoor, WPHLive.tv.